What's up, everybody? I'm back. I'm going to run down the UFC Perth card, RAC Arena, September 27th. We got a huge main event, man. Carlos Ulberg versus Dominic Reyes. Man, I think this is going to be a banger of a main event. Both guys coming off 3 wins. All Reyes' wins have come by knockout. He's coming off the win against Nikita Krylov, KO. Anthony Smith, KO. Dustin Jacoby, KO. Ulberg on the other side is coming off the biggest win of his career against a former light heavyweight champion, Jan Blachowicz. It was a decision victory. The previous fight before that, he beats Volkan Ozdemir in a decision as well. And then the fight before that, he knocks out TKO, finishes Alonzo Menifield. Both these guys are surging towards the top right now. Dominic Reyes, after that great fight that he had with the GOAT, John Jones, a lot of people thought he won that fight. I was one of those people that thought he squeaked out a victory. But John Jones, man, he's the GOAT for a reason because he always finds a way to win. Whether it was favoritism for the judges or I thought Reyes did just enough. But when you're fighting a legend, a living legend like John Jones, especially when he was fighting at light heavyweight, you have to take the title away from the champ. And even though it was close and I thought Reyes did enough, it wasn't enough on the judges' scorecards. John Jones defends his title. And then Reyes, after that, goes on a 3-fight losing streak. He finds himself again. He revamps, recovers. And he's been on a tear lately, just knocking out guys left and right. On the other side, Carlos Ulberg, he is a top prospect, man. This guy is proving himself. Ozdemir was up there in the light heavyweight division. Blachowicz, former champion. He's beaten some good guys. He's beaten some really good guys. He's very explosive, huge power in his hands. This fight is going to be so interesting because both guys do well on the stand-up, on the feet. And I think it's going to be pretty much boxing, kickboxing match. I don't see either one trying to get it to the ground. But I do think that Ulberg is more explosive. He will just, out of nowhere explode with 2, 3, 4 combinations on the hand with the hands. And he's got the power. He's got the power. Reyes, after his last, the 2 previous fights all 3 of his fights were KOs. But the Krylov fight, man, he caught Krylov coming in with a beautiful check hook. Knocks him out cold, man. So both guys are just surging right now. I like both guys. They are in Perth. I believe Ulberg's from New Zealand. I could be wrong. He might be from Australia, but I'm pretty sure he's from New Zealand. Hometown territory, man, for Ulberg. So, like I've said before, sometimes it's good to fight in your hometown. Sometimes it's not so good, depending on how you handle the pressure. But everything I've seen from Carlos Ulberg is that he can handle the pressure, and he's just waiting on that next big win to just give him a shot at the title, And I think if he does get a win against Reyes, and I think if Reyes gets a win against Ulberg, I think both those guys are in prime position to put their hand up and be like, yo, I want the next title shot. Whoever wins out of Ankalaev and Pereira, I think these 2 guys are both in prime position to be the next in line for the title. So that's going to be an interesting fight. Man, if I have to pick one right now, we're still 2 weeks away, week and a half away, but I'm going to ride with Ulberg on this one. I think Ulberg is just explosive enough to get the job done. Unless if Dominic Reyes comes out and starts grappling with Ulberg, that might switch my pick a bit. I don't know, because we haven't really seen Reyes on the ground much. But I'm still going to ride with Ulberg on this one. I'm going to go Carlos Ulberg. I don't know if it's going to be a finish. It could go to decision like he did against Jan Blachowicz. He showed good moments in that fight, but Blachowicz he's a crafty veteran, man, and that dude has the power, so he did keep Ulberg at bay. But I'm going to go Ulberg by decision on this one. It's going to be a great fight. The co-main, Junior Tafa versus Ibo Aslan. I really like the Tafa brothers, man. I like Junior Tafa and Justin Tafa. Unfortunately, Justin Tafa, I think he was the main fight on the prelims. They just disclosed that he pulled out. They didn't disclose if it was injury or whatever. That's sad to see, man. I really like Justin Tafa. He gives me all Mark Hunt vibes, man. Both these guys, they're both big Samoan guys. They like to bang on the feet. They have huge power. Junior Tafa is coming off 2-1, 2 losses with 1 victory in his last 3. Uh, both his losses are off submissions. His last fight versus Tokos was a sub, and he had TKO'd Sharaf, and then he lost by submission against Johnny Walker's brother. I can't remember his name. Yeah, Johnny Walker's brother subbed him as well. But Ibo Aslan, same thing, man. The guy, he beat Sequeira, KO, TKO, and then his last 2, Kutalaba and Elikara, are both subs. Kutalaba sub loss, and then unanimous decision to Elikana. So both these guys are on the chopping block, I think. 1 and 2 in your last 3. Somebody's got to get a win, and I believe Ibo Aslan is the favorite. But, man, if Junior Tafa can just find that chin, man, he's just like his brother Justin. If they find that chin, man, it's all over. And it's walk-off knockouts, just like Mark Hunt, man. So, it'll be an explosive light heavyweight co-main event. If Ibo Aslan, the longer he stays on the feet, I think it's worse for him. Junior Tafa's always hunting for the knockout. Just like his brother Justin, they're always looking for the knockout. But if Ibo Aslan, he doesn't even need to get the fight to the ground. If he can mix it up, get in some clinch positions against the cage, wear Junior Tafa down, that's his best way to win. Maybe land some big shots off the break, but he's got to close that distance and put Junior Tafa against the cage. Maybe get a few takedowns. If he can do that, I think Ibo Aslan can cruise to a victory if he can just stay out of range from the punches from Junior Tafa. But, like I said, man, if Junior Tafa touches you, you're going down. So this is a tough one to call, man. I usually call him down the middle, man, but I really like the Tafa brothers. I'm going to go with Junior Tafa by knockout on this one. I hope he just proves me right because I really like those guys. I'm going to skip over the feature fight. I'm going to go to the Jimmy Crute, Ivan Erslan fight. Jimmy Crute looked really good in his last performance against Prachnio. He got the sub victory. He's showing that he's a dog, man. Jimmy Crute will get in there. The Bellato fight was a draw, and then he lost to Alonzo Menefield by submission. Ivan Erslan lost to Navajo Sterling, who I believe is on this card as well. And then he lost to Kutalaba by split decision. This is going to be an interesting one. I think Jimmy Crute wins, and I think he wins by submission. Ivan Erslan is a tough dude, but he's coming off submission victory or split decisions, unanimous decision losses. And Jimmy Crute's coming off that big win with the sub victory over Prachnio. I like Jimmy Crute. I'm going to go with Jimmy Crute on this one. And all 3 of these are in the light heavyweight division. So depending how all these fights go, who gets wins, who gets losses, it's going to say a lot going forward for all 6 of these guys in these fights. Because, I mean, some of these guys have already fought each other. So it's going to be an interesting card, Perth, man. I love the Perth cards. Hopefully, I don't know what time they're going to do this card. I don't know if they're going to do it U.S. time or Australia time. I believe I saw something. I think it's going to be U.S. time. So I think it'll start around 8 or 9 stateside. But it's not like when they do the cards in Abu Dhabi or in England where the offset is where it's 6 a.m. for them or in the middle of the night for them. I believe Australia time, it'll be morning, but it'll be like 9 or 10 in the morning. So if the prelims start around 9 a.m., the main event should probably be around 12 or 1 o'clock. So it's not crazy. At least these guys aren't fighting at 5 a.m. Like, that's the worst, man. Like, The one that comes to mind is the Leon fight versus shit, man. I can't remember his name right now. I just went blank. Bilal, sorry. The Leon Bilal Muhammad fight, those guys fight at 6 a.m. Man, those guys, that sucks. Like, I would never want to wake up and just fight at 6 a.m. And I know that they get sleep patterns down to show up and fight at the right time, but man, it's weird. Your body is not used to that. So at least these guys on the main event will be able to fight, midday, maybe right before midday, a little bit after midday. So good for them, man. And yeah, it's going to be a good card. The way it's looking right now, it should be pretty good. I'll probably get a full breakdown of the card the closer we get. Like I said, we still have a week and a half. It's not till the 27th. But I love the Australian cards, man. The Perth crowd and the Sydney guys. The Sydney crowds are good. They've been going to Perth a lot more lately. I think that's because Jack Della Maddalena is the champ now, and Perth always has a good showing. So yeah, there you go. That's the UFC Perth card. That's just 3 fights on the card, ones that I really wanted to highlight. So like I said, we're still a week and a half away. I'll come back and run down some more fights, good fights that pop out to me, and then I'll break down betting odds and who I think is going to win as far as betting wise, over-unders, finishes, stuff like that. So that's it for this one, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.